Greetings. All right, thank you for joining us. Tonight's broadcast. All right, trying a new system. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. So apparently on YouTube, my stuff is not showing up. I don't know if this is going to fix it. So apparently it's not showing up like over do recording or process, and it might not appear for 3 or 4, 4 or 5 hours or something like that. So we're just getting adjusted here. Oh, yeah, I guess I screwed my camera a little bit, I think. So I'm looking into all different places at this moment. So bear with me here. All right. So Millie, I check RT every once in a while, and I just felt like checking it, and apparently a InfoWars reporter was arrested. She posted a video. I think it's Shadowgate, I think the name of it is. It's a documentary about the shadow government. And yeah, it's make sure. Let me check something. So far, so good. Hopefully, I'm broadcasting somewhere. But yeah, she broadcasted a deep state video, a documentary, and got arrested for it. So I got pulled from her channel, and so here we are. Still getting used to all this stuff. I don't know where to look on this thing. So yeah, she's in jail right now. I think her husband's in jail also. So we'll try and see if this works. I'm not sure if I'm going to go in this direction, but we'll see. Oh, good. That's nice and confusing. So this is Millie Weaver. And so there's more details on this as we go forward. Yeah, so it's pretty... now, I think this story has been buried. At least on RT it has. Maybe not. No, there it is. That's good. But yeah, obviously the major news networks are going to talk about, because it's pretty much about them and how they cover things up. How they cover things up, how they keep everything pretty. How they, like with the Russia, with Trump trying to manipulate him, and how they get people in office with Facebook and things like that. Or just how they manipulate the numbers. Let's put it that way. She went pretty deep, and she's paying for it now. Okay, we'll go into still figuring this out. Bear with me. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with this, but I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. All right, and let's see. Okay, this is ivantoe.com. Make sure this is. Oh, no complaints yet. So we have private sessions. We're on a channel. We're going to Zoom and channeling by phone. Shop here. And this is for 10. I'm on the 4th still, August 4th. Same situation here. Other channels and heroes I do recommend: Social Network, Rabbit, and University. All right. Thank you for your support. So I'm assuming this works. Now, one thing about this, it might have better audio, maybe. It might be a little bit better. I don't know. It might not have the focus problem I'm having with either. I might not be looking directly into the camera. Still getting used to this thing, but instead of testing it, I just figure I'll just use it. So yeah, so that's kind of a big deal about the arrest there, about the shadow government, how they're... Yeah, she went to all these different agencies. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but yeah, all these contractors that are... obviously, she was on to something, because, yeah, she's not... So, yeah. Apparently this... Well, it happened earlier today, but the news is starting to break out on it a little bit. So, all right, we'll go to Anunnaki. And I got a little bit of an idea of it earlier today, but when this broke, I figure I put that in the main and see what they come up with, see what they pull through. But this is part of our awakening, uh, as bumpy as it might be. So, all right, yeah. No, one thing about I'm not breaking up too much as I used to, at least uh, with the camera, fading out, fading, on the focus problem. So we'll see. I was going to record this on my computer, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So here we are. So we're on Facebook and Twitter also. So maybe YouTube will like this better, maybe not. Of course, the title is not helping me right now, but fuck it. So yeah, she went into you can do it's called Shadowgate. You do a search for Shadow. It's on my social network. It's on my Facebook page. Some of this is on there, but the social network I just showed, mine, 5D Spirit, it's on there. So yeah, as long as it's going to be alive at least. So all right, we're going to Anunnaki, and we'll see. And who else is here? It's Anunnaki week still, or month. We'll see where else. I was going to go into the Lanteans, but then this whole thing came in. So we'll see what we get with that. All right. I was going to go into the different families, the other Anunnaki, but this came up, so maybe not. So, all right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings, Mrs. Enki. Greetings to you. There is allowances for truth to come through if your collective truly wants it. As you say, the right people find it at the right time, waits for investigation. And this has been going on throughout your history of those that find truth and get arrested for it or get erased from history. As much of your history books are not putting the true heroes in those pages. It is a chosen hero normally. Well, of course, there are legitimate ones. And it's becoming more difficult in your modern world to erase people. Well, they still do it, but not to the degree as it used to be done, because most people cannot read in your past. And it was very difficult to access information as it is now. So you're going into a time of a reawakening, but still things have not changed. They've gone more to a galactic level. Your alien connections are, yes, going to increase throughout all of this. Yes, in secret, of course, because if they're keeping much of how your government is running your show, what else are they doing behind the scenes? As your alien explosion is going to be even more intense, and many are going to have difficulties believing it. There's going to be more, yes, because your government does go into full detail of it, at least on a quiet side. They're not here to disclose it yet, but there is mass manipulation to keep the sightings quiet. And those of you that speak about it to keep you shut out. Now you're not going, you're channeling energies. You're not going to whistleblowers and going behind enemy lines, but channeling energies is still not hopeful. You're not helping the mainstream in any way. Basically, you're assisting others to open up their channeling abilities. To give you more details, as some channelers might disappear, while others will take on the mantle if something does happen to them. Just to say it. It won't be exactly the same, but it can reincarnate, meaning a download can occur possibly if there is a true shutdown of connections. Not that that will happen, but it can occur. As it happened throughout your past, of course. One of the reasons why I have so many different books of the Bible. Everyone has their own version of certain events. But if the truth needs to be brought out, at least on a spiritual level, it can occur. Of course, your deep state is very connected to your political or technology groups. Your technology companies are alien. They are using technologies brought down from Anunnaki and others, of course. It's up to the human to make the choice of what to do with it. Now, why do you get technologies? Why at certain times? Because you earned it. You might not always seem that way. You do earn it. Now, it does have a dark side to it, as everything does. But you come to a level where you've been through so much, and you get a technology advancement. Even through your industrial revolution, there was a lot of darkness, but also there was a lot of light. So even now, yes, human trafficking is a stronger energy than it has been in the past, more organized than it has ever before due to technology. But also more information about it is coming true. More of you are connecting to understand it even exists. So it's all going to come head to head eventually. We'll all collide. It has to. Everything finds a truth eventually. It can't hide itself forever. As many of you, and the more positive connections you want, a more positive intention allows it to occur even quicker than the negative. Now, many do want disclosure on different levels, but once again, humanity is still holding back. It's a bastard race, isn't it? In some cases, it is a backwards race. But that's the challenge to heighten your ability. It gives you time to work more on yourselves. It's not so exciting, but you'd be surprised how much you develop, how much you grow in these times of, I won't call it waiting, but it's time of soul growth. Soul growth is not as exciting as the main event. So we're not just saying you're going to connect to aliens and won't be. It will occur. We continue to bring it out because you have no else. Once again, you have nowhere else to go. Now, many humans are put on, yes, the holding pattern, as they call it. Yes, they're looking. They're not willing to turn the page of evolution, which has happened over and over again. So your next alien encounter might not always be the most positive, but it will occur. Meaning sometimes you need a negative event to bring in a positive one. We're just saying because that usually occurs on their planet due to your history. So just like with Roswell, those are crashes. They didn't just land nicely and just went with your government. No, they crashed. And some of them did die. And now you have a disclosure there. In Area 51, there was a lot of truth there. And there's a lot of harassment going on. Area 51, all these are rituals. Your military is a ritual over your planet. It's a spell. And not a very good spell. It's a spell of fear. It is to put the fear of God in your society for you to let your guard down. Realize also during this, your powers are increasing. As much as your so-called friendly government, your more controlled group, basically. It's not really a government. It's your prison guards. At least for higher consciousness. They're not of a higher consciousness, so you can prevail beyond that. You can see beyond the lines of it. As you see the fear within your government systems, you can actually enhance yourselves. And many of you are doing so. You see the fear within your government. Your government is old-fashionedness. It is old-fashioned Roman guard. Yes, connected to your queen as she modernized it slightly. It is part of the astral energies. Well, it's to put a puzzle here. Can you figure it out? Can you break free? Your religions have always been a maze of the consciousness. As well as can you learn from yourselves. Almost like splitting the soul. You separate yourself from spirituality into human, third dimensional reality. As you become more human, religion is contributors of the human becoming more of a third dimensional human. As you see the belief systems, don't eat meat at this certain day. You can't talk to anybody on a certain day, whatever it might be. The rules. The rules put you down to third dimension. As you remove those rules, society is obviously scared of it. Society can say whatever they want about channeling, but do they know anything about spiritual growth? No. They know it exists, but their fear of it, they want nothing to do it. It's not part of their entertainment. It's not part of their program. It is seen on television, and that is it. And then it goes into the wayside. So as many of you embrace it, of course, it's going to be a fear of you as you connect more to your spiritual side. Because most of humanity is not. They're afraid of what they don't understand. And that is normal. As if they're connected to Anunnaki beings in their past. Most of them, well, a good portion were giants to intimidate your human. And some of them were, yes, nasty. Some of them took wives and things like, just... It was hell on earth, basically. When the humans being developed, the earth turned into hell instantly. As it was being developed, as we were discovering more of the emotional side of the human, as it was more emotional than any alien being has ever been. Reptilians have been the most emotional, but the human scaled that up to a higher degree. Surpassed the reptilian. In emotion, in fear, in anxieties, surpassed them all. Surpassed all beings. So this is why, why your planet's so diagnosed with subscription drugs. For a human, that's the way to go. But it's like, here's a pill for everything, but there is other ailments you can do for your own soul growth. And that's spiritual understanding. Some of the aliens here are causing humans to be sick. Just their energy alone, because they detest humans. You can't stand them. So why you feel drained, why you feel broken down, is an alien ailment. Try to tell that to your psychiatrist. Try to tell it to anybody, for that matter. And a lot of it's their problems, the alien problem. While Anunnaki's coming through, a lot of beings are terrified of Anunnaki presence. Not that we're going to do the same thing again. How could we? We're just being channeled energy. But it also means that aliens have to become clean of themselves, what they're hiding. Because they're not telling you the full truth of your planet. Why ascension or disclosure has not been disclosed. They're keeping a great deal back due to their own difficulties, their own problems. So it's not just the government; it's also humanity, but also alien energies could just bypass all rules and reconnect to human. As you are slowly being prepared for that, as humans, yes, they say they don't need an alien energy, but many are feeling different on that. As because many of you feel like there's a healing ailment that comes with it. Yes, there's also a crazy element, but also a healing element. Now you know more about yourself. Now you're connected to your galactic group. It's like being away from your relatives for a long time that you care about. It's the same thing. Not everybody feels that. Not everybody feels homesick. It's difficult for someone that's not homesick to see from the eyes of someone that is going through homesickness. And that's really what it comes down to. Alien starseeds here with anxiety problems. They're just tired of being away from home. So the soul journey is not so... The mission, out at as we can see, is not even all that relevant anymore. Now it's just, what are we doing here? We see no progress. All we see is the same old difficulty. There is progress with your pandemic, but once again, it seems like there's no true progress. There's no real true change. There's change, but not the alien change, not the disclosure, not the government bringing out more information, or if humans are allowing more alien circles for alien energies to appear. An alien circle is one where people that are connected to, star seeds are connected to the higher realms. They understand it. It's kind of like hippies, basically. They can join hands in a circle and sense an alien energy and even have it appear in their circle, usually hovering about. It's not magic. It's just sending it love. That's all. It's your intentions of who shows up. It's something that some of you might want to practice. You don't have to hold hands with a bunch of people, but you can be in a room or meditate and just bring in the alien energy together. Focus on one that you'd like to bring in. But it's good that you have focus on the same one or just a positive angelic vibration. You'd be surprised what you can clear. And also you'll feel an uplifting fourth dimensional energy come through. Also. This is why a lot of rock formations are in circles. Say Stonehenge is in a circle. It's a portal. When you're connecting to others, you create a portal. You can create a portal by yourself, but when you're connecting to others, it magnifies it. It takes you to the next level. So you can also be at home with friends and just quiet and just concentrate on an alien energy to appear. A positive one would be good. Somebody just bring in anybody. But it's probably best to have a positive connection because it upgrades your vibration. And just feel that love, and you feel the being come. And as you more get used to that vibration, they will appear. It's only so many conspiracy theories can heal something like that, or go after or criticize something like that. Many aren't aware of the true power of yourselves. Well, this is why you need each other. Yeah, once again, you don't have to hold hands, but you can just, once again, be with awakened friends. You can also do it on the internet, too. I don't see a problem with that. But you can bring an energy source to you. Just concentrate. The idea is to unlock the presence that's connected to you. Heal the fear that's so deep. Not that you have it, but the world has it. The world doesn't know itself. It's like, you also do that as did people do healing meditations for themselves. Of course, those can be interfered, worldwide healing and meditation. Sometimes they can be, but if you're right with yourself, and some just prefer smaller groups, which we quite understand, because you can not control the energy, but you just know that you're in a safe environment. Your energy is not being hijacked by somebody else. You're going through a transition, yes, to a higher dimension, fifth dimension, but you have to believe it. Be yourself. Some want to add homework to themselves. I have to do this. I have to do that. It's mostly just being yourself. If you get tested, you survive the test. You might have a negative moment. You survive the negative moment. You don't always have to be positive. People think you have to. The negative moments is where your growth is. You're being tested. Why are you being tested? You must be somebody important to be tested. If everything's always going well for you, well, there's nothing wrong with that. But those of you who are having a lot of difficulties in life, and you're connected to higher realms, of course there's going to be pushback. Even your Garthian beings are going to push back, but they do that to prepare you. Not always doing it to be negative, but to prepare you, to rough you up, to warm you up to what's to come. It's like if you can connect to alien energies, well, we'll just bring something to you and see how it feels. Some might go through a depression. Once you heal that depression, it's like, well, I just had an alien attack. Or you're just not used to that energy field of a reptilian presence or presence of other beings that don't see the world the same way as you do. Let's put it that way. The idea, yes, is soul protection. Yes, always protecting yourself, but be able to ride the waves, but also to handle the wave that comes through. The Schumann resonance is very true. There is a fluctuation of vibration here, yes. And it's going to continue to rise at times. It's connecting you more to the sun. that shows the timelines of your Earth are getting happier, and sometimes it does have job loss there. Was that job really worth? I mean, yes, we realize many are need to have income, but does the world need the vibration of that job? Does the world need the vibration of that restaurant or whatever it might be? Why these things are closing down? Because the energies of it are no longer needed. It's not a big bad on you. It's just the vibration of its origin is no longer part of the collective. You have to change something to go into a new reality. It's nothing against you personally, no. It's just like death of anything. Timelines die. A lot of structures, infrastructures of society die. It's just a way of life. Now, many of you are used to lifetimes of thousand, living for 1,000. Imagine if you live for 1,000 years, and then death comes, and that death is actually harder. It's sometimes, depending on the incarnation, sometimes the lifetime is even harder to leave. Depends on your vibration. But still, things can go well for you, and you still don't want to leave. Why do you think you lived for 1,000 years? You didn't want to leave. Usually 800 is usually the year of leaving for a world like this. And Anunnaki can be 1,000, 400, 500, 600 years. But this world can go to 1,000 or more. 350 is normal from your past, your Noah time period. Well, reason being, you spent so much time suffering. You had to have some time to actually live and then suffer some more. A lot of that's kept out of the Bible. Well, not necessarily. I mean, like many of you are going through a difficult time right now. As you know, you don't give up. That's the signature role here. Don't give up. Yes, you might not be living where you want to be living. That might not have the hairstyle you want, the weight you want, but it's all there for a reason. Now, you can always manifest to something better. There's nothing wrong with that. But understand why you are where you are at the time isn't always going to be clear. We understand that. It's like, why am I living in this place? It's your mission. It's not, it's the location. The location, the state, the country needs you where you are. And yes, it's difficult because it's a difficult place of the country to live in. But that's why you're there, to share your light. You might not like it, but you also tell it how it is, and that place needs to hear it. You might not be telling people personally, but the energy of the place hears it. And some do get kicked out of places. They do get kicked out of states, countries. Some of you just can't wait for that. We know who you are. There's unbalance on the earth, as you can see. You're going through a reset. You're not fully reset at this point, no. If that was the case, humans would recognize their psychic abilities. They might not understand it, and they might not agree with everyone, but at least they know they have the damn things. They have the abilities. That's an entire new reality here. You know you have psychic abilities. You know you have past lives here. Now what? At least you know those little things on a global basis. That shows you are in a fourth dimension reality. It's truly kicking in. It's not going to be easy, but at least it shows you're growing. The world is growing up. Many of you are, yes, actually in a 12th dimension reality. Some of you might feel that. You might feel like I'm in a third dimension, fourth dimensional hell. But it also knows you're getting, some of you feel that you're coming from a better place, a lighter place. A lot of times it's fifth, sixth, but a lot of it is 12th dimension. And that's why so many are stubborn here, or have this place very difficult for being here. You're used to a lighter reality. And you've also earned those lighter realities. But those lighter realities said, you know, the third dimensional world can really use it right now. You have a lot of wisdom. Do you mind sharing some of it with the place that truly needs it, a prison world, it is. It's a distorted reality. And of course, many of you are here right now.